Hello. Yesterday I was talking about how do we read the auras. Uh, I think we have a way of finding out what is our aura color, and based on the readings we do, we can uh, do various healing or repairing of the aura. Various methods are available for that, including super bionic crystal frequency sound healing or scalar healing. I would like to introduce you about this super bionic crystal frequency healing and scalar healing today. Like if there are holes in your aura, or we are identifying certain damages in your aura, like I've told yesterday about finding more of the orange and red colors or yellow colors in your aura will help us identify the cracks or holes that needs to be repaired from your solar plexus, sacral or root chakras. Now if we read the auras and get the colors, then what you can do is you can go to the mission programs playlist and select the sound frequency of the particular chakra you want to heal. Like I'm going to upload different crystal frequencies for solar plexus chakra, sacral chakra, root chakra, that way. And the advantage is that we can right now do these things directly, in the sense that only thing we need to find out is the do the aura reading properly to identify whether the problem is there in your emotional layer, your mental layer, or your spiritual layer. We need to correctly identify where exactly is the crack in your aura. Now if it is a problem which is suppressing you from taking any decisions, or moving forward by obeying rules or disciplines, then that is a block in your mental layer of the aura. That means there needs to be a solar plexus chakra healing that is to be done for that. So that way we can identify what is the frequency, sound frequency, or the superbionic healing method we need to use, and you can download that from the playlist, mission programs playlist, and use it. Suppose you want to do an emotional healing based on the sacral chakra, which has deep feelings of sorrow or hate, then you can go to the appropriate playlist for checking the sacral chakra healing crystal sound frequency. Suppose you have a problem in your spiritual layer, we are identifying that there is a crack in your spiritual layer. We can see the aura and identify whether there are any distortions in your aura, and based on that we can identify that there is a spiritual protection required for you. If that is the case, you can go to the malachite crystal sound frequency superbionic healing, and malachite frequency will give you the spiritual protection that is required for you for strengthening your spiritual layer. Or you can use the amethyst crystal sound healing frequency superbionic frequency, which is saved in the mission programs playlist, for equally doing a spiritual layer protection, or to reinforce the spiritual layer of the aura. These are the various superbionic crystal frequency healing methods that are available for repairing damaged auras or strengthening the auras. Now, other than all this, there is another method called as scalar healing, which is used for cleaning up your auras. And I hope everyone knows about vectors. And a scalar vector is scalar is a force coming simultaneously in opposite directions. Vector is only in one direction, and scalar wave, it comes from equally from opposite directions. That is example. Now I can help you demonstrate a scalar healing method to clean up your chakra systems and your 7 layers of your aura. First thing is, we need to follow the normal color topology of all our chakras. That is, root chakra is identified by red, sacral chakra is identified by the color orange, solar plexus chakra, which is after your heart chakra, just above your belly, that is identified by yellow, heart chakra is identified by green, throat chakra is identified by blue, third eye chakra is identified by violet, and your crown chakra is identified by purple. This is the color basic color topology that we need to use. Now we can start the scalar meditation by lying down, or standing upright or sitting upright in an upright position. And you can imagine that you are breathing through your root chakra. Just close your eyes and take a deep breath 3 times. While you're exhaling, release it through the mouth. Now imagine that a red spot is starting to appear in your root, which is under the below the spine, above your pelvic bone. And you can imagine that you are breathing through the root chakra. You can assume that the red color is appearing in your tailbone, and you are breathing in through the root chakra and breathing out through the root chakra. Now you can proceed to your sacral chakra, and there an orange color is appearing there, and you are breathing in through your sacral chakra and breathing out through your sacral chakra, assuming the color orange is thickening there around your navel area. Now you come up to your solar plexus chakra, just below the heart, and you can assume you're breathing in through the yellow color, an yellow circle, and breathing out through the yellow circle. Instead of feeling that you're breathing through your nose, you should feel that you are breathing in through the chakras. You are now breathing in through the solar plexus chakra, which is of yellow color. Now you go to the heart chakra. You can assume you are breathing in through the green circle placed on your heart chakra and breathing out through the green circle of the heart chakra. Now you can proceed to the throat chakra. You can assume a color of blue there. You are breathing in through the blue, breathing out through the blue chakra. Now you are going to a third eye. From there, you are assuming that you are breathing in through the violet circle on the center of your forehead, and you are breathing out through the violet circle on your forehead from the third eye. Now you are moving in top to your head to your crown chakra, and there you are seeing a purple circle which is horizontally placed. I mean, it will be the opposite way compared to all other chakras, because you are seeing it from above, and you are breathing in through the purple chakra and breathing out through the purple chakra. Now this is not sufficient. This is still have we have not still started scalar healing. Now we need to breathe, assuming that we are breathing in from the back of our head. There is also a chakra, just like our third eye, we have something called as the fourth eye or the back eye. Just assume that we are breathing in from the back of our skull. just that is where your medulla oblongata is situated. Just assume that you are breathing in simultaneously from your crown chakra through the purple color, and you are breathing in from the fourth eye or the back of your skull. Just assume that you are breathing in from both your crown chakra and your back of the head. That is, there are two energy waves which are coming from opposite direction, and at the same time you can assume that you are breathing in through the feet. Under your feet there is something called as the earth star chakra, that is there in the 12 chakra topology, not on the 7 chakra system. You are, apart from the scalar waves that is situated above your crown and your back of the head, now you are assuming that you are breathing in through the under your feet, which is where the earth star chakra is situated. You are breathing in energy through that also. You can have as many scalar waves as possible. You can breathe in through different surfaces of your body. That is the main concept behind scalar healing. If you do this, there will be deep cleansing of your auras that will be happening, and you will be very close to your etheric blueprint, which is formed from your throat chakra. From your heart chakra you will get your astral layer, and from your throat chakra you will get your etheric blueprint layer, and from your third eye you will get your causal layer. And all of these layers will be cleared, basically, other than the lower chakras. What I am saying is, there is actually a connection for our causal body with our back eye chakra. That is why we are trying to breathe in from the back of our head. Your third eye is essentially linked to the back of your head also, because most of the causal healing, when we do causal tune up or past life regression, the patterning that is saved in your causal, due to causal patterning, whatever that is saved in your causal area, that needs to be cleared or cleansed. That is why we are breathing in through the back of our head. That has a connection to our causal body. This is something which people do with the help of crystals. Now everything is reconnected. Now, I mean, in the sense, everything is unified. Like, if we do scalar healing, we don't have to individually go and heal with crystal frequencies, and that is the best, you know, uh, difference when we use a scalar wave. There are scalar wave sound frequencies which are similar to the ocean frequency, and if you can get tracks in the internet. If you search for scalar healing, it will be similar to the sound we hear when we go and sit near a beach or an ocean. Those sound waves will actually recharge our body to help our body produce minerals or salts from the food or the energy that is already available in our body. That is the best part of it. It is not that, suppose you have a potassium or a magnesium deficiency, we take coconut water or a banana. Those minerals or salts will already be available in our body as the energy saved or stored by the food we had during our earlier days. But the deficiency of our body is to uh, utilize those minerals that is available in our body. That is the process called aging. That is what the people, that is why people go for mineral supplements after 30 or 40 years. Now if we do this scalar frequency ocean waves sound healing, we our body will regenerate those minerals or salts that is available in our body as energy or food. So those scalar waves will generally cleanse and decompose our bad aura or the holes in our aura and repair it completely to get back our aura into how it was supposed to be. I mean, when it is our etheric layers or our etheric blueprint of the body. Now, if this is something which you can do if you are not following the crystal sound frequencies, but if you are addressing individual layers of aura, like suppose you need a specific tuning up for solar plexus layer, then we need to go and download the crystal sound frequency for solar plexus, which is available in the flavor of citrine. I mean, they are all crystals. They are all in the form of crystal frequency sound healing. Now, suppose we need spiritual protection, then we can go and download amethyst or malachite crystal sound frequency. There are superbionic frequencies available in the form of flower essences also. Nowadays, all these herbs, plants, crystals, everything is unified. If you look everything in a unified point of view, scalar healing will uh, address the need of doing everything on a single or a unified manner. Like I was uh, thinking about the energy healing done to animals. Like there are certain pressure points called as acupressure points, like above our forehead, above our eyebrows, or above our shoulders. These points are called acupressure points. Now, if there is a need of spiritual protection for animals also. No, they for them they will not be able to listen to uh, this sound frequencies like us. I mean, there are Solfeggio music tones or superbionic tones available for cats or dogs nowadays for pets basically. But just like acupressure points are the points through which we can communicate to animals and heal them. Now, animals like horses or our pets, dogs, pet dogs or cats, they'll be feeling need of spiritual protection during these kind of days. Actually, just like us, we ourselves are feeling the need of spiritual protection. That is why we go and fix our holes in our spiritual layer using malachite crystal frequency or amethyst crystal frequency sound healing. Now, for animals, what we can do is we can go and press their acupressure points located above the eyebrows or the shoulders. I mean, you should know what are the acupressure points. What will happen is that will wash away the feeling of the animal of having being abandoned or left out in the cold, or having a feeling of if they are feeling a false sense of security, then they should that is a spiritual block basically. They will not be in a joyful mood or a receptive mood to others, because they will be having that spiritual block there. They need a feeling of stability or security. These kind of things they cannot communicate to us like how we can communicate to others, because animals are on a lower dimensional plane than compared to human beings. So the either we can download those Solfeggio frequencies for cats or dogs. The other way to give them spiritual protection is that by pressing on the acupressure points above the eyebrows or shoulders. You have several tracks available on how to do those acupressure points, and we can effectively communicate to our pets, dogs, cats, or horses, that you don't have to worry about stability. You have a sense of security that is coming, because and you are not abandoned. That way we can communicate, but we can suppose we are talking to them, they won't understand it. But if we press on the acupressure points above the eyebrows or the shoulders, there are specific points for them. We need to see by searching for the videos on acupressure for animals. And once we know that, we can help them communicate that there is a sense of security that is available to you, and you don't have to worry about being abandoned. And that will actually open their spiritual layers to have a sense of security and feeling being not abandoned, and they'll all come back to their normal lives if you use these techniques.